You're live. Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is going to be on Tricks Reloaded. Yeah, I don't have the box with me, so just take my word for it. Hey, Spider-Man, the chosen one. I'm finally doing the Matrix Reloaded. So you guys wanted it, you're going to get it. We're going to just do it now. And like I said, if this movie, if there is a cut or the Wi-Fi goes out, I'll just do it in two parts. There's the green logo. I'm gonna just. I don't remember this movie. It's been a long time. I haven't seen it in years. I remember the Neo fight. I remember the orgy scene, which I hope I'm gonna have to mute. Don't worry, you're not gonna see a thing. Uh, and also, I remember the motorcycle chase. But I do remember a lot of filler in the middle. Like there's the freaking binary code. Matrix Reloaded. First time I'm seeing it as a full adult. The rest of you can join in the chat. It's a long movie, so. I remember the Matrix trilogy. I saw only the first two. I haven't seen Revolutions. I tried to see it last year, and I was so bored. I shut it off. I'll try to finish it, but four is supposed to come out this year, but there's not a trailer for it. So yeah, like my new T-shirt. I got a Lego Star Wars brick, T-shirt. Here it goes. We start in an office building. Security are leaving. Yeah, I haven't seen the film in a while, guys. So thanks. There's the motorcycle. There's Trinity, right? Yeah, she is so sexy, man. One of the hottest women in any sci-fi action movie. See? Yeah. Take that, Yelena, with your stupid pose. Trinity did it over 20 years ago in The Matrix and in Matrix Reloaded. And there's Carrie Ann Moss, one of the sexiest women of all time, Canadian actresses. And it starts fast. See, there's an action scene. I don't have to wait an hour for something to happen. And the slow mo, the bullet time, yeah, it was done better here than any Zack Snyder movie. Mm. She is so hot, man. And she has the shortest hair, but there was a time, it was the early 2000s, guys. Women's having short hair back then was badass. Now they look like lesbians. And Carrie Ann Moss has aged very well for a woman like in her 50s now. There's bullet time again. This action scene is cool. I haven't seen it for years. Trinity is a good character. Killing her off and Neo in the third one was a mistake. We were invested in those characters. Why would you kill them off? Oh, because the Wachowskis are stupid and they have to be like, oh yeah, I got to put some religious allegories in these movies, even though this is science fiction, not nonfiction. You freaking idiots. Yeah, I'm sorry. Those directors are just they sour me. They went from these movies to these god awful, pretentious movies that are over 2 hours long, like Cloud Atlas and Jupiter Ascending, and now Matrix 4. I hope that it's good because I really don't need another bad some movie. Right in the chat, in the chest. Oh, there she goes. Ooh, and that was a dream. Coolest dream ever, though, for Neo. And Keanu Reeves is a good actor. His newest, franchise is John Wick, and it's done really well. Don't do another Bill and Ted. It's been too many years. The third one didn't do well because of the pandemic. The pandemic has screwed everything up, but it didn't stop my live streams. I remember the third film. I was disappointed about killing Trinity and Neo. Again, why would you do that? They're your main characters. If you killed off Agent Smith, no one would care. He's the villain. He has to get his comeuppance. We don't want our heroes dying. It's like Rise of Skywalker. Everybody's dead at the end. Rogue One, everybody's dead. It's bullshit. There's Morpheus. Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne is one of the few men that can whisper and sound badass. Yeah. And this movie's long, 2 hours and 17 minutes. Every movie this year had to be like that for some reason. They have to be over 2 hours long. Back then, I could handle it. Now, I want a movie to just get right to the point. Stop wasting my time. These effects still look good for 2003. And that's another problem. Why did they release Revolutions right after this? I don't know. I guess because they wanted to piss off fans. This isn't like Infinity War where you had a year apart between Infinity War and Endgame, and it worked. Interlink. Yeah, and I think the orgy scene could have been cut out entirely. I don't think a Matrix movie doesn't need a sex scene. It's like when they put a sex scene in Underworld Evolution. I'm like, we get it. People like to procreate, but if it doesn't lead to Trinity having a baby, then there's no point in it. Sex is pointless in a movie unless it leads to something, procreation, or just it bonds the two people together. Neo sacrificed himself. I don't care, Josh. It's not needed to save Zion. Matrix 4 is bringing him back again because they're trying to do the Jesus allegory, which I don't care about in a sci-fi movie. It's not needed. They tried to do that with Superman in Man of Steel, and it failed. Now Cavill's doing it with The Witcher. Is he going to come back into Superman? I don't know, but I don't care. And the romance works here. It's monotone, but it for the time it was fine. Look at that face, those gorgeous eyes. Bringing him back is just fan service because people just were upset about the ending of Revolutions. Nobody wanted the main characters to die. That's not a good third finale. Alien 3 did the same thing. There's Jada Pickett Smith. She's hot. She looks great here. She has a career, Nostalgia Critic. You're like, I'm going to have a career just like my husband. I have a career. Well, she didn't want to do the same career as Will because Will never was going to do The Matrix, but he declined it. I thought that was Batista. It's not him. And I miss movies like this back in the day because back then, not every movie was like trying to be 3 hours long. Once Avatar came out, people got lazy. Like, let's make every movie long, exposition heavy, and heavy effects heavy. How funny was the parody of The Matrix? It was a little bit, it was 10 years too late. If they had done it in the first Space Jam or Looney Tunes Back in Action, it would have made sense. Because Looney Tunes Back in Action came out the same year as this. But doing it in 2021, it's a little cringe. Because I'm like, Speedy's like, and I'm like, no, it's just I want to laugh, but I think the Doctor Evil thing was funny, and the Mad Max Fury Road scene was funny. We get it. All of these references, Nebuchadnezzar, Zion, it's all in the Bible. I get it, guys. I don't need that. Wachowski's stop trying to be pretentious. You're two transgender people now. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm attracted to women, not men pretending to be women or women pretending to be men. Sorry, Eros. That's not my jam. So Trinity, Carrie Ann Moss is a female, all female. I miss movies like this. Exactly. Fast paced movies that have a good characters and a sequel that doesn't drag ass for 3 hours. This one is just as long as the first one because I saw the first one in high school in the early 2000s and on VHS. That's how long ago it was. And I'm doing this as a favor. I'm not doing Revolutions. I have to see it first. What is the best film of 2021 so far that I've seen? Luca, because no Black Widow's not even in the top 10, and Shang-Chi hasn't come out yet, and I'm not seeing the Suicide Squad. The Oracle. The Oracle is a white guy in a freaking Colonel Sanders outfit. Yeah, not for me. Or it's the black lady. I forgot. It's been a while, guys. This black lady didn't even make it to the third movie because she passed away, and she won't be in Matrix 4. Yeah, I know. This film also has a very diverse cast. You also have Monica Bellucci later in the film. She's the hottest woman in all of Italy. Me too. I saw the first Matrix in the theaters. I didn't. I was only 14, and I couldn't go to see an R-rated movie on my own. Nicholas Lee. Hey, Nicholas. How was my return? It was fine. I saw your trailer. I haven't seen your content yet. And every other movie tried to be like this. Underworld and Ultraviolet and Eon Flux. It's like we get it. You're obsessed with people in black leather outfits. Blade started that trend, but Blade came out in the late '90s, so it was before the Matrix. It was '98, a year before. And I prefer Blade because it's shorter. The first Blade is not 2 hours and 17 minutes. None of the Blade movies are that long. Here we go. Yeah, sunglasses are cool indoors. No, he's not only human because if he was only human, he wouldn't have died. He would have died so quickly. Hey, network Eddie, what's up? John Hill, would you do a commentary on Space Jam 2? When it comes out on Blu-ray, I will. Not right now because it's not. It's still in theaters, and HBO Max is not going to be there much longer. I'm going to be dressed as Neo cosplay at Comic Con. I was going to go to Comic Con this year, but again, the tickets sold out quick. So I'll be doing a Star Wars con in September if I can, or October, uh, in its place. Hell yeah, buddy. And I miss when. Remember when you could see an action scene and they didn't shake the camera and they didn't do quick edits? Remember that? I give the Wachowskis credit. Their editors know what they're doing. They know how to hold it. You know, they know how to edit the movie where it doesn't seem choppy. Because Snake Eyes, there was no excuse for that. I didn't even see the movie because I'm just sick of. But have you been to PAX before? No, I haven't. They're making walking seem pretty epic. There's Hugo Weaving. He's not coming back, so don't expect him to be back because he died at the end of Revolutions. They can't bring a villain back. It doesn't make any sense. I think Yahya Abdul Mateen is going to be the new villain in Matrix 4. They're calling it 4 because they're like, yeah, because people were pissed off at Revolutions. Snake Eyes, I give a C minus. So I should probably lower it. It's badly edited. How do you have action scenes with martial arts and yet the movie you can't see the action? It's so badly thing. That's cool. In flying, that looks awesome. Let's face it, they saw anime and then they did a movie with it with people. They saw Superman and they saw a bunch of animes like Dragon Ball Z and they made it into a sci-fi action movie. That's basically best and worst MCU villain. Well, you guys know that already. So the best one of the best ones is Thanos because of what he does. The worst one is like the freaking fake Mandarin, Guy Pearce breathing fire, and also Malekith because he's so forgettable. I think I'm gonna get 100 dislikes if I review Kevin Smith's He-Man. It's not a He-Man show, guys. Spoiler alert: he's in the first 5 minutes, and the rest of the show is about Tila. Why the hell didn't they just call it He-Man and Tila? At least you wouldn't be lying. You lied to people, Kevin Smith. Own up to it. You do not lie to people. When I say I was going to do Matrix Reloaded, here we go. I didn't lie to you guys. I just took the time because I had a lot of commentaries planned for the summer. I got a few more lined up for next week and the week after that before I go on vacation. I get it, Wachowskis. I know what that name is. Stop trying to be pretentious. Star Wars never needed to quote scriptures to be deep and interesting. The Force is not the Holy Spirit. It's a freaking energy field. It's something different. I don't want to talk about religion. This is not a podcast for that. By the way, he is great Elrond in Lord of the Rings. Yes, I know. I saw Lord of the Rings. I saw all three of those in the theater in summer 10 years ago before COVID hit. And that was a great experience. I saw the extended cuts. But good God, Return of the King is way too long. No matter what cut you see, it's way too long. It's the longest film I've ever seen in theaters. Wachowski's better impressed with Ascending sucked. Yeah, Jupiter Ascending was awful. It was like trying to be this hipster movie, and it's one of the most laughably bad films I've seen, sci-fi movies I've ever seen. This movie still looks cool. Those tech suits those mech suits they totally stole from in Avatar. They stole those looks for those suits that Stephen Lang is in at the end of Avatar. Yeah, it looks just like that. And Cloud Atlas sucked. Yeah, it's a movie where there's white people pretend to be Asian. They're speaking a language that makes no freaking sense, and it's just tons of exposition. I'm taking this hat off. My head hurts. This movie's long enough, so I don't need a hat. It's not a Marvel movie. The film looks good on DVD. I got the widescreen version. Does Kevin Smith's He-Man have the same low tier quality as Disney Plus? Yeah, it does. Because the thing is, it's trying to be something that it's not, and it's 3 hours long. And there's a lot of scenes in this movie that feel like a Star Wars movie. All these spaceships and all that, yeah. But except if Star Wars was a lot longer and a little bit more highbrow. See, I don't need you to. You don't have to impress me with a ton of CG. Just tell a good story, and I'll be invested. This movie's fine. It's kind of underrated. It got the shaft because it's not the first movie, but it's not the third movie. Hmm. What do you think about the soundtrack for Space Jam 2? It was not as good as the first one, the soundtrack. I love I Believe I Can Fly and Come On and Jet Slam and Welcome to the Jam. The first movie had the better soundtrack, definitely. Me too. Cloud Atlas and Jupiter Ascending, not for me. I saw Jupiter Ascending and I was Mila Kunis is so soulless in that. I'm like, yeah. Have you seen Gravity Falls? No. The animation just looked weird. Yeah, they're gonna say that next this year if Matrix 4 doesn't get pushed. There's no trailer, so I think it might get pushed to 2022. Not everything is gonna come out. Will Eddie take my notes? I don't know what you're talking about. The notes. They got this guy because Cypher in the first movie, what's his face? Joe Pantoliano died in the first movie. Briggs Eddie, that guy. Yeah, I know you're talking about. About 17 minutes in, so we got another 2 hours to go. Well, at the end credits, probably 2 hours and 10 minutes. Like I said, the orgy scene. I'll try to mute it if I can, so I don't get a demonetization. And I actually like Matrix 3. That's fine, Nicholas. Like whatever you want. It's just I couldn't get through it. I was so bored. The first 20 minutes, nothing happens. Action scenes are way too short. This opener was better than the first 20 minutes of Revolutions. Why do they call it Revolutions anyway? There is no revolution. What is it that they save Zion because the main character dies? Yeah. Are you going to post credits? What post credits? There's no post credits in this movie. When it's over, I'll stop. Exactly. I care about one thing when I'm watching a movie to be entertained. Keep your political agendas to yourself. All of it. Genders, religion, politics, keep it away from me. Do not put it in my freaking things. I already can't handle that from my family. So imagine you these people, these celebrities that want to just throw it in my face. Again, I don't care, guys. Did you see the Green Knight? No, I skipped it. Movies like The Death of Superman, Guardians 2, Black Panther, and Big Hero 6 made you cry. Did the first Pokemon movie make you cry? No, I was only 14. Mainly because I knew Ash wasn't going to die. I mean, guys, they already announced a sequel. Of course he was not going to die. Characters don't stay dead in anime. They usually come back. Me too. The Matrix Revolution just it's boring. I'll eventually stream it. I'm just not going to do a commentary for it. I don't like to do painful movies. I did Superman 4 this year. I think I've suffered enough. Yeah. Did the first SpongeBob movie or the second one? Well, that's a hard choice because I like both of them. And them's fighting words. I thought that was John Boy. No, it's not him. It's he was doing I don't know what he was doing in 2004. Yeah, he was doing that shitty Baby's Geniuses sequel. Oof. Yikes, that was painful. And I met that actor 15 years ago. He's a good actor, but he's weird and political, and you know how I am with that. Keep it to yourself. My live streams are not for any of that. Zion is very beautiful. Yeah, it's a good looking. The movie's very very good looking. Uh, it's aged very well. The film, the effects, the looks of the film, and the camera work. Was Scoop Hanna Barbera's excuse to copy the MCU? No, it was an excuse to copy Into the Spider Verse because that had like so many other characters from other universes, and yeah, they tried to do that, but they failed. The movie didn't make money. It was not in theaters. I didn't see it. I prefer Space Jam 2 because it gave me what I wanted. I laughed my ass off as soon as Bugs showed up and said, "What's up, Doc?" The movie grabbed me, and I didn't let go until the movie was over. That's what you do. How much did you hate think I'll get a Master's Revelations. Master's Revelations. I don't know what that means. Don't you mean Matrix, not Masters? Yeah, like each other. But like I said, you know why the scene in Watchmen was so the sex scene actually led to something because after that, Silk Spectre 2 has a baby. She's impregnated. That's what life is all about, guys. Why do you think Ego became human? So he could procreate with Quill's mother, so he can have Peter. How much hate if I review Kevin Smith's He-Man? You're gonna get a lot, but trust me, you're not alone. I would never watch that. I'd rather watch the Shira Netflix series. At least it's about her. It's not some man bashing thing. I like Silk Spectre 2 and Watchmen. Yeah, I know Malin Ankerman is not proud of that movie because she had to take her clothes off. I'm like, Ankerman, you've done worse than that. You've done the remake of Heartbreak Kid, where you're annoying. At least in this movie, Carrie Ann Moss was not afraid to show her beautiful body because she has a gorgeous body, guys. I can't hide how I feel. Have you seen the Animatrix? No, I don't own it. Worst franchise that pissed off fans with every fiber of their being. I don't know which one. Maybe Twilight or 50 Shades. I'm not gonna count After. That was on Netflix and got a it didn't. Hey, look, a black family. Yeah, in a Matrix movie. That's good. That's progressive. Yeah, they are cute. Those kids are like in their 20s now because this was 18 years ago. Ghostbusters 2016 got me to 250,000 dislikes, so I'm assuming that about as much as The Last Jedi. Yeah, because it's gender politics. We don't care about that. Us guys, we want to pleasure ourselves to women. We don't want to be, you know, freaking revolted by them. Because trust me, is that Gina Torres? Yeah, she's not black. She's Hispanic, but she's a woman of color, so it counts, I guess. I like Ghostbusters 2016. I can't sit through it. I can't, guys. I just can't do it. What is the worst stuff about Disney? Their greed. They want to put a price sticker on everything. Thank God they don't have Warner Brothers. Some beautiful black women in this movie. Jada Pinkett Smith and this woman as well. I forgot who it was, but she looks like Angela Bassett, but it's not her. Nice curly, stringy hair, beautiful light brown skin. It's beautiful. Favorite scene is the Burly Brawl. Burly Brawl. John, do you think I can write a script? Yeah, if you put your mind to it and put something original that's not stolen from like 10 other movies like Disney has been doing. Let's remake the same movie and do it worse. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell these people, these studios. Yeah, there is a little the movie, the opening is a little bit slow. That opening stream scene with Trinity was badass. And the scene with Neo fighting those agents. This is when the film slows down a little bit. Not like Wonder Woman 84. That was just too long. Like after the opening scene with in Themyscira, and then you have the scene with her in the mall, it drags ass. I'm like, oh my god, can something please happen already? You don't see Wonder Woman in the costume again until like halfway through the movie. It's called Wonder Woman 84. Give us the character in full swing. Don't make excuses. You don't have excuses anymore, Warner Brothers. You don't have excuses anymore, Disney. You don't have excuses anymore, Marvel or Sony or other. You don't have excuses. Do what you set out to do. Shang-Chi better be about Shang-Chi. What movie are you seeing in December? Illumination, Sing 2, or Matrix? Neither. I'm going to see Spider-Man if it comes out because Sing 2 looks good, but not to see in theaters. It's freezing, and I'd rather wait till it's streamable. Sorry. Why? Because the first one was way too long. A kids movie doesn't need to be an hour and 50 minutes. It doesn't, because even Space Jam 2, I counted an hour and 48 minutes. This is the orgy scene, so excuse me, guys. Oh yeah. Why are there a bunch of people here trying, having an orgy? I don't know. I guess they've been isolated for so long. I'm gonna see Spider-Man No Way Home if it comes out. We still have no trailer, but I can wait. What do you rate my intro? It's like an 8 out of 10. It's well made. It's not seizure inducing. You didn't put strobe lights like some of these people do. Can you dig it? They have party in Zion. Yeah, you mean an orgy. Nothing wrong with procreation. I'm very proud of my newer intros I made. How would you feel if Don Cheadle said, "I create life"? No, he's a much better villain than Eddie Redmayne in the movie. Howdy, hey Burger King. But the thing is that Trinity doesn't have a baby unless that's they retcon that in the fourth movie because they're like they did have sex before they done. Yay, man! I missed a screaming crowd in the theater. That's how it was when I saw Infinity War and Endgame. Tonight, tonight, there's a party in the. Oh. Yeah, that was the direction. Just scream. Shang-Chi, I think audiences are gonna scream in the theater. I want to have fun. I don't want another Yelena situation. Here we go. Here's the orgy. You're not gonna see a thing, guys, so just take my word for it. Agent Smith was also one of the inmates of the Phantom Zone in Lego Batman. Yeah, I know. Because it's Warner Brothers. They always like in their multiverse movies, they like to put a bunch of Easter eggs from other films. I'm likely not to do an erotic version of Untitled, or no, don't, because you'll get demonetized and your channel will be in trouble. If you show any sexual content, even a girl licking a guy's face, you'll get demonetized for it for some reason. Stupid YouTube and their freaking algorithms. I go to watch The Matrix first, two animes, not the third film. Yeah. Here we go. There she is. She's not wearing that outfit to look pretty. She's like, yeah. And this isn't over sexualizing either, Josh. I mean, again, it's part love story. Of course, there's going to be like moments like this. Yeah, we all do. Carrie Ann Moss is one of the most gorgeous Canadian women. We need more of her. We need less Bintos and we need more of her. More of her and her gorgeous, huge ass. Here we go. It's weird. It looks like the cave from the Hobbit. I bought my favorite guilty pleasure on Blu-ray, Showgirls. Yeah, that's another movie I can't do a commentary for because of the sexual content. Yeah, if it's an NC-17, I cannot do a commentary for it because of YouTube. There's the moment they see, uh, Elizabeth Berkley, like bending over, they're gonna be like, "Okay, you're demonetized," or "I'm gonna flag your video," even if it's a live stream. This scene could have been cut or just shortened. A love story. Neo and Trinity and Carrie Ann Moss, my favorite actress, John. Yeah, she's a keeper. Why she hasn't been in anything since Revolution is beyond me. What was the last mainstream film she did? Silent Hill Revelations. That was awful too. I heard. Here we go. I'll try to mute it. It's just them having sex. They show it from an angle, but yeah, you can't see anything, guys. But I'll say they went for it. So I guess 10% of British actors who have to act as much as American actors, while 90% of them get on your nerves. Yeah, that's how it is, guys. That's how it is. There's nothing wrong with the DVD. I just muted it because it's just music and people dancing. What do you think of Dev Patel? He's all right, but since Slumdog, I haven't seen him give a great performance. Look at that. I'm sorry, you can't see anything. And I don't know why they got these dots on their chest. I guess it's to plug into the matrix. That's why. Yeah. It's not the most gratuitous sex scene, but it just comes out of nowhere, just like in Underworld Evolution. Is there any dialogue? No, it's just so you can't even hear anything. You can't hear her having an orgasm. You saw that their lips, they had the wet lips. Yeah, is dry humping. Trust me, you're not going to see a scene like this in Matrix 4 because of the feminist people. Yeah, they see a naked woman and they'll burn the theater down, even though it happens. Procreation, you can't do that with your clothes on, guys. You know that, right? Sorry, that's not how it works. Or through a sheet, a hole in the sheet. It doesn't work that way. People need to bond in order to form another being. It's like, damn, Neo, you're sticking it to me. Yeah, this is a weird scene. This is like that over sexual scene in the Wiz, in the original '70s version. That the Brand New Day, people are stripping and breathing heavy. I'm like, yeah, that was a Schumacher thing because he likes over. Rest in peace, by the way, but he's a bit overly sexual in that movie, and I'm like, it's a kids' film. There's some tits. Yeah. What does that have to do with the plot? Absolutely nothing. It's just to have Neo and Trinity consummate their thing. As no one can when it comes to actors they get under your skin. No, Binto is not as bad because, like I said, she's not a Mary Sue. She's not good at anything. With the hobo, she can do everything because reasons. Yeah, there's his dream, his nightmare for dying at the end. I love music. I know we all do. No one hurt me more in the theater than the hobo. Nobody. Because Binto, she was trying to sound badass and she sounds like a robot. It's funny because they're both Canadian because Keanu Reeves was born in Lebanon, but he's part Hawaiian and Canadian. So yeah, he moved there. So see, they went for it. It's gratuitous, but hey, the Wachowskis had some kind of agenda back then when they were men. John, in my intro, do you like the song? I didn't hear the song. I just saw the visuals. That's it. Because I haven't been on YouTube all day on my computer just to do this podcast. I love Keanu Reeves. Yeah, he can work, but then when you do bullshit like what did he do? That replicas movie was horrible. Hey Jalen, you just made it to the you missed the orgy scene, but trust me, it's a skippable scene for me. It's just weird. If I saw that in the theater, I'd be like, okay, I did not see this coming. Last time I felt hot under the collar in the theater is with Ant Man the Wasp. That oh, that's loud. It's a little bit loud. Yeah. Why is there a phone ringing? Do you want Haley Steinfeld to kick Elena's? Yeah, I do want that, John. You know why I want that? Because I'm like, unlike Yelena, Haley Steinfeld got an Oscar nomination when she was like a 14 years old for a remake, the True Grit remake. This girl got it in some stupid remake that no one watched, the Little Women remake. That movie's been remade like 15 times. I don't care about that story. It's a beloved novel. So what? True Grit, I saw the original and it's good, so I want to see the remake. Steinfeld can actually act. Steinfeld ain't got a shitty accent. Steinfeld's part Asian. Steinfeld is way more talented than her. And she doesn't sound like a robot in anything. She actually worked with a robot in Bumblebee. This scene is cool. I like the effects. This one, when they just took Bane body, yeah, yeah, they should have had a mini Neo or Trinity. True Grit 2010 didn't upset when I first saw it. I didn't see it yet because, like I said, I've been waiting for the right time. I saw the original years ago, so I met Tobin Bell in 2009. Congrats. I still think the movie is a little bit too long for a sequel. I think this movie 10 minutes could have been trimmed, in my opinion. Just I think the problem with the sequel, too many characters. The first movie already introduced a lot of characters, and this one there's like 5 or 10 new characters they introduce. That young kid and the freaking the Colonel Sanders guy and the husband and wife, Monica Bellucci and this guy, and then Jada Pickett Smith, and then there's a lot of characters in this movie. I met Zack Snyder. Oof, I don't know. His movies are too long. They're longer than this because Army of the Dead did not need to be 2.5 hours. That could have been 2 hours or an hour and 50. Some people just want to drag a movie. I would say Loki is probably the best MCU villain. Yeah, he's good, but like I said, his show is hit and miss for me. Of course he is. He has sexual desires. Nearly every human that has genitalia will say that. Yeah. Don't act like we don't. You remember the scene of the Matrix Neo dodges the bullets? Yeah, I saw it when I was a teenager. I met the both MCU Toms. Which one? Haley is a very talented brother. She is nice to her fans. Same with Kaylin. Because again, they're not foreigners that have to shove it in your face, that have to be snobby and steal the spotlight from somebody else. That looks like this scene looks like the scene in Loki when he's looking outside the window and he sees all those ships flying and everything. It's kind of looked like that. So the MCU was inspired by this movie. Holland and Hiddleston. Yeah, I want to read them eventually, but not right now. I want to wait till COVID's over, guys. I'm just sick of it. hmm Like nowadays, everybody's plugged into something. Their phones, their tablets, their iPods, their freaking laptops, their Bluetooth, their freaking AirPods, is something. They're always connected to something. This movie was an allegory for people being connected to their computers all the time, especially during the isolation. Shut them down. This film is a little bit long. It takes a while to get to the action in the second half. Do you mind Speedy Gonzalez doing dodging bullets again? It was just a quick scene. Being connected to the internet has helped us all. Yeah, to get through the boring, long hour days. Mark Wahlberg always talks like this. Yeah, he talks like this and everything. Have I played Enter the Matrix? No, not yet. I couldn't find it cheap yet or in good condition. I know. I prefer Donnie over Mark. It's just Mark talks like this and everything. He's gonna talk like this in Uncharted. It's too much. It's like sometimes, and then when he tries to sound badass, he just lowers his voice like this. And I'm like, you still have that weird voice, Mark. It's just every movie he sounds like that. There's very few films that I can tolerate him. There's a few like Four Brothers and The Big Hit, but in some of his recent stuff, it's not doing it for me. Like Mile 22, I was bored. A computer chip, yeah, everything has that. Infinite was god awful. What's Infinite? Hmm, beautiful black woman. Look at those legs. So sweet. I'm so sick of COVID. Yeah, I can't wait till it ends in 2022. What topic will get annoying fast every time someone brings it up? Anything about food or certain other things. Paramount Plus, Anton Fuqua movie with Mark Wahlberg. I didn't see it because I'm not interested. It's like that and the Tomorrow War. I'm skipping entirely. There's two more films I'm going to see that are terrible, and then that's it for 2021. Ugh, mutilation. I didn't need to see that. See, that's another scene that could be cut. What is the significance of this scene? I don't know. Infinite was Walker's new film with him and Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien's a good actor. Stop wasting him. American Assassin. He was good in that. Why was that guy slashing his hand? I don't know. Ugh. I got the Matrix trilogy. My birthday, May 14th. Dylan O'Brien is currently doing a film with Zoe Dosh. Yeah, I would love to see that. I want to see Love and Monsters. It's just I don't like the girl in that movie. I like him. That's it. Maze Runner films are good. I heard, but they have like a gay agenda in the middle of in the second movie, and then the third movie, Dylan almost got killed in one of them. I think it was the second one in Death Cure, one of the other ones. Yeah, I'm like, I want to see them, but I don't like the lead girl. I'm sorry. The Brits in the movie do nothing for me. I watch it for Dylan. It's like the Pirates movies. I watch it for Johnny Depp. Nobody else. When it comes to the other characters like old Orlando Bloom or Keira Knightley, whatever. The Spoon. Donnie was in Saw. Mark was in Transformers. Yeah, Donnie was in the Saw sequels, not the first one. Dylan almost got hurt during that's where yeah, he almost got killed. They were doing a stunt and it went horribly wrong and he almost got killed. I'm like, don't do your own stunt work, Dylan. Just get a stunt double. You won't regret it. Hmm. I would kiss those lips. Yeah, they you could tell they were pining for each other. Yep, he's getting plugged into the Matrix again. What if Sony made their own Marvel Cinematic Universe? They tried to with Amazing Spider-Man 2 and it failed, leaving out Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Thor. The only celeb I met was Debbie Ryan. No, no thanks. No. Oh, look, Asians. Yeah, because that's something that we want to see a lot of now in 2021 after what happened. Ooh, too soon, guys. I don't think 4 is going to have Asians in it. That's a cool effect. This film seems new to me because I haven't seen it in a long time. Chinatown. I haven't seen that movie yet. Here we go, an action scene. It took 42 minutes. But again, I haven't seen an episode of Jesse because it's just a ripoff of The Nanny. And I don't like Debbie Ryan. I never liked her as an actress. The first season of Sweet Life on Deck, I thought she was okay. But then her doing an accent that came out of nowhere, trying to sound like Miley Cyrus. I'm like, you're not Miley Cyrus. You're not as crazy as her, and you don't have her charisma. I don't care if you're from the branches from the same tree. You're not the Miley Cyrus. This scene, see, I can see the action. Oh my God, this scene's better than any scene of Snake Eyes. Yeah, kiss my ass for that, Hasbro. Drake and Josh reboot will never happen. Yeah, I know because again, half of these Nick and Disney Channel stars can't stay out of trouble. You would think during COVID they want to be home and not be in prison. That's not isolation you want. To have bars on the window so you can't escape. That was an awesome scene. I see the action. Yeah, they're not shaking the camera. You don't have to have Asians fighting in a movie and shaking the camera. So you like acting like the cinematographers on freaking crack or has Parkinson's or is having a seizure. It's just not good. Miley, Sabrina Carpenter, Roman Blanchard, and even Brenda Song are better than them. But yeah, exactly. And they didn't do terrible shows. And their voice acting is not. Oh my god! You know they sound like that. And like I'm sorry, her, Sophia Carson, and Selena Gomez do nothing for me. Demi, she can sing, and she has a cute little voice as Smurfette, but that's about it. My friend Mike thought Tobin Bell was related to Drake Bell. No, no relation. What was the very first time the gay agenda? The first time, not the first time, but the first time I saw it when I was a kid was in Xena. The Gabrielle and Xena, they had to make them ambiguously gay, and that was not needed or bisexual. It wasn't needed. We get it. You care about each other. You don't have to be all over each other. But then later, years later, I saw Eyeballs, an iCarly episode. The whole episode is gay. The whole episode is one gay entendre after another, and I'm like, this is not funny. Do you dislike her at Josh? Who's at Josh? I don't know what that means. Have you seen the Wachowski's first film? No. There's the Oracle. Yeah, she passed away. Like I think right after filming this. So the third movie they had to recast her. We're almost an hour in, so thank God we're halfway through the movie. It's a long movie to get through, but like I said, guys, this is the last 2 hour movie I'm doing for a while until the fall. So if you see my commentaries getting shorter, it's because I need time because sitting through 2 hours is a lot on this bed. I don't think Josh dislikes her. He's just not a fan of who. And which Josh are you talking about? There's like three of them. Do you think Transformers is one of the worst franchises? No, it was in the wrong hands. You gave it to Michael Bay. You should have gave it to somebody that cared about the property, like the guy that did Bumblebee. That was good. Or the animated movie. It has flaws, but it cares about the fans. It didn't have stupid human characters dry humping and doing stupid shit all the time and wasting 2 hours of my life. What if DC made an iCarly parody named iHarley? Eh, future filmmaker. Yeah, I know that, John. I know. It's just that I'm not a fan of certain girls on the Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, even now, because some of them just can't act. Some of them try to do films the years later. Zendaya was very lucky that she has a good agent. I already said what my best movie of 2021 is. Already told you. See the beginning of the video later. The year's not over yet, guys. We still got September, October, November, and December. So, what's the worst 2010s Nickelodeon movie or 2010s Disney Channel movie? The worst Disney Channel movie was Starstruck of the 2010s. It was the first one, and I was so underwhelmed. Nickelodeon, their worst one, I would say like uh, Rags, because I was just like that was so forgettable. It was a Cinderella story with a guy, and it was awful. Victorious never had a gay episode, but there were undertones. With Birth, he gives Robbie a flower, which was stupid. And there's a scene where him and Cinder says, "Me and you, baby." That was stupid. I said which channel was worse, not which movie. What channel? I don't know what you're saying. Oh, the Disney Channel movies, because a lot of them have been underwhelming, even to this day. Look at those birdies. Those are ravens or crows. Nick had worse shows. Yeah, after Victorious, they had Henry Danger and Game Shakers and freaking Nikki and Ricky. I didn't watch those shows because those kids could do better than that. What if Zendaya played a live action Starfire? What would it matter? I mean, we already got a Black Starfire in Titans. Did you see the Fred show? Yeah, Lizzie Green moved on from Nickelodeon and she's doing bigger things. Yeah, and she's beautiful now. She went from this cute little girl to a young adult now. This scene is a little bit dull. I wish I could fast forward it, but I got to see the whole thing. Does Fred screaming annoy you? No, because it's not really his screaming. They just high pitched his voice like a chipmunk. What if Kirsten Dunst comes back in Spider Man? No, it's coming, guys. It's not a rumor. We saw pictures of her set photos, and it's happening. It's going to be a cameo, not a major role, but it's going to happen. A world without time. 2021. I don't want. I don't want to waste time with a 2 hour movie. That's long, way too long. Because I did a lot of long movies in January. I did Joker. I did Superman. I did Superman 2 and Superman Returns. And it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. What do you think of Dove Cameron? She's cute, but again, you know what she is, right? Bisexual. That means she wants her co-stars that are female because it can happen. It's a tendency. Oh, Sophia, I want to have you. I'm like, I don't, and I'm a man. You said Scoob tried to copy the Into Spider-Verse. It did because they go into different portals and see other Hanna-Barbera characters for no reason but to just fill time. There's Captain Caveman, there's Blue Falcon, there's the freaking the Dynamut. It's the same thing. They're just copying. She also wants male stars. I know. Not me, but we'll see what happens. I still prefer Olivia Holt only because she's more my speed and she's done more stuff that I enjoyed. Girl versus Monster, Cloak and Dagger, even Turkey Drop, I liked her in that. She showed that she could be comedic as well. Bella Thorne is one of the worst, yeah, because look how freaky she is. She couldn't. These people are like when they're not popular anymore on Disney, they just go do something stupid. I'm gonna commit a crime. I'm gonna produce porn. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm like, can't you do something normal like me and be an influencer? And I don't mean influence on drugs. I mean a YouTube influencer. That wouldn't get you into trouble. Would we be pissed off if Tom Holland Spider-Man fought Tom Hardy's Venom? It wouldn't work because I don't care about Venom 2. Yeah, here's the playground scene. Ariana Grande didn't have to be that crazy, no, because she's more grounded. She just got married and alone privately. So no, here we go. Sunglasses on. Who wears sunglasses in a outside like that? Wears black in the sun. That fight reminds me of the Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, it does. It's like a video game fight, but it was 2003, guys. Everything was trying to be a video game, except for video game movies. Ariana Grande can act and sing better. Yeah. And she's not producing porn. Because she's normal. Bella Thorne is freaky, and I don't like her big nose. She looks like a boy. I don't know. I just never found her attractive in that babysitter movie or whatever. Just no. You see Blended, and she looks like a boy in that. Yeah. Hmm. There's a lot of talking here. I think if Superman and Lois had this much talking, it would be boring. There's good dramatic moments in that, but it gets the pacing a little bit faster. I'm gonna talk to you like an anime, and then we're gonna fight an hour in. His niece can't act. Samara Weaving, oh my god, guys, don't watch her act. Please don't. She's a diet Margot Robbie, and nobody wants her all the time either. She looks just like her. How are they the same race and they look exactly alike and they're not sisters? It makes no freaking sense, man. Genetics are weird. People look alike that are not even related. Scooby Doo into the Scoobyverse. Yeah, they tried to do that, but it failed. There won't be a sequel. They should have just done a regular Scooby Doo movie, just CG animated. Yes, there's many of us like this. He sounds like the fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3. I do want to see Dove do a dramatic role one day to show range. Here we go. Yeah, I know, another hour and change. Movie is a little bit too long. I remember that from 2003. There's at least 5 scenes you could cut from this movie. Here we go. Here we go. This scene. It starts off pretty good, and then the effects kind of look a little dated when he spins around like the Tasmanian devil. That was cool. But you could have saved the 2 minutes of speech and just say, "Hi, I'm the villain. Let's fight." That's all you need. Mortal Kombat did not waste time doing that. Zendaya is better than Bella, yeah, and she's black, so she's a better minority. If you were to watch the Suicide Squad, would you watch it for John Cena? Yeah, but not right now. The movie's 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah, it's that long. The last scene, I'm not gonna say much, but it's Idris Elba petting a rat or something. Petting a rat? That's your finale? That's as stupid as the ending of the first movie. Come on, baby. Let's go home. And that's it? DC, you don't know how to end the movie. That's why Wonder Woman 84 had to have a post-credit scene that was better than the ending. Just saying, you don't know how to end the movie on the right track. That's awesome. There's some wire work here, but again, it was 2003. Yeah, Bella Thorne. Yes, she was in Casey Undercover. She had a guest spot in the first season because she had to do a shake it up joke because reasons. Aside from episode one, fight between Mortal Kombat 2020 fight better than Mortal Kombat 2020. The 1995 was better. I know, Spider. I know. Who's this lady? Well, that looks stupid. That was stupid. Yeah, that's probably the worst effect in the movie, and that's saying a lot. A woman goes and then changes into a dude. Again, Wachowskis, we know what you are now. We know. If she was the main character, it would likely suck. Yeah, I know. The main villain of the movie is a giant starfish. Yeah, it looks stupid. It's Patrick Star. Push it somewhere else. Yeah, no, no thanks. It looks ridiculous. I've seen a starfish. It's not a villain. It's a starfish with a big eye. But that ending is dumb. Idris Elba petting a rat. Ooh, I cream my pants. James Gunn is weird. He was weird when he did Guardians. He was weird when he did Super. He was weird when he did Slither. He's weird, guys. That's awesome. I'm flipping Dippery. Boom. Wow. That is awesome, though. Watching Neo just defy gravity. He's in a computer. That's awesome. I'm flying. Yeah. Okay, we're almost an hour in. Nice kick. Yep. Yeah, see, that CGI looks a little bit dated, but hey, Blade 2 also had the same dated CGI in that fight scene with the girl. Here comes the scene with the stick, yeah. This is a video game at this point. Watch. Wham! You guys better not talk about don'ts. We're talking about Matrix Reloaded because this is a. There we go. Look at that. I look like a model. Yeah, it looks like a video game, guys. You could tell that's not Keanu. It's entertaining. This would look better if it was an animated film instead of doing it. Like in the Animatrix, I heard that the animation looks better. Whoa! Who came up with that question anyway? I don't know. There was weird people on StreamYard. That's why I don't do it anymore there. More? You want more CGI? Sorry, but Matrix 4 is going to do that. What if they said get lost, Patrick, in the Suicide Squad? It would be funny because that's what it looks like. It's just that James Gunn's not Joss Whedon. Watch Mojo did a video and said that this looks like a video game fight scene. Kick. I'm going around the world. Yeah. It is an awesome scene. I just wish it was in a video game and not a $100 million movie. Hope Keanu and Carrie Ann Moss and Agent Smith. Yeah. Hope they even show up too. I wonder how people look alike but are not related. It is weird. It's creepy. Yeah, we're gonna smother you. Dog pile. Nope, that's Endgame. Endgame is better than this. It's longer, but it's an epic story, and it didn't have to kill everybody in the first movie. Bowling sound, yeah, that's kind of silly. I'm flying like Superman. Well, that scene was awesome. Ridiculous, but awesome. Googly's like, what the hell? Why are there like 100 of us? Okay, we're about an hour in. We got 59 minutes to go. I remember I watched Mojo of the Matrix. Yeah, and they said it was the worst of the franchise because it killed everybody off. And Animatrix is it's standalone. It's not connected to this. No pun intended. Duplicates. Hmm. I remember when we been beast mode on Rogue One because Rogue One was boring. It's this running time, but with characters I don't care about. So when they all died, I didn't care. I like the robot, but he dies halfway through. It's like with the Harry Potter movies, they're just way too long. Get to the point. Stop making me sit there for 3 hours. The Fantastic Beasts movies were not that long. The first one was over 2 hours. The sequel was not. The sequel was about an hour and 45 or an hour 50. Do you think I go insane in sometimes? No, I do. Because I don't know, how am I going to start dating if I have to wear a mask in public? The one. Actually, that's a Jet Li movie from 20 years ago. Yeah, it is. This movie was almost 20 years ago, and it looks like a movie that would come out now, just with better effects in some of the scenes. What expression do I see the most online? Just there, I guess. That picture you have is like, I guess you hate every movie that has agendas. No, not every movie. But if it's shoved in my face with no shame, it bothers me a lot. Or if it's racist. Because there were environmental agendas in like Fern Gully and other movies in the 90s, environmental, but it didn't bother me because I know the taking care of the environment's important. Gender politics or not. We get it. Equal pay for women and rights and all that. We get it. We get it. I got that 10 years ago. If you're going to have an agenda in a movie, just make it subtle. Exactly. You think all these documentaries are not pandering? They are. I mean, they did a freaking documentary on Columbine and on McDonald's, but it was to show what the ugliness of both of those things have happened in people's lives. Yeah, and I so prefer her over Tandy Newton because that's why I'm not seeing Reminiscent in the theater because I don't like Tandy Newton. There we go, Trinity in her leather outfit an hour into the movie. We saw her in the beginning and now an hour in. Also, Wachowskis, can't you have some jokes in this movie? Does everybody have to act like their life depends on this performance? No, you can put some humor. You put an orgy scene, that's laughable. I remember some footage Enter the Matrix game cutscenes. What's your opinion on Jared the Subway guy? I used to like his story, and then he was a pedophile. So yeah, I lost respect for him. I feel your energy when you do rants. Yeah, exactly. But I don't have to do it with everything. I didn't finish Gunpowder Milkshake. I just couldn't do it. It was ridiculous. It should have been a comedy because the fact that Karen can do all of this and she's a superhero with no explanation and also has dead arms. There she is. There's Monica Bellucci. We just saw a glimpse of her, but they're gonna show her again. Oh, you're so gorgeous. One of the most gorgeous Italian women I've ever seen in my life. This guy can go to hell. This guy is from Catwoman, which is he did it a year after this. There's one joke that made me laugh when Neo dodging the bullets after he does Monica Bellucci. What is the worst memories you have seen? Oh my God, she's so sexy, man. John, letter grade for Kevin Smith's He-Man. I'm not going to say anything. I didn't see it. I won't. It's a breath of fresh air that Monica's not wearing black in this movie. Everybody else is wearing black and being dead serious. And look at the albino guys from Game of Thrones. Italian women are beautiful. I know. I think it's overrated too. It's not romantic to me. You use your tongue a lot. I'm like, that's not a thing, Wachowskis. Nobody wipes their ass with silk. That's stupid. That's a stupid line. That does not age well. Is Space Jam 2 New Legacy disaster movie? No. It's disaster movie done right, but with a sense of humor that actually made me laugh and crazy colors and light moments. It never gets super dark and it doesn't get dead serious. This guy's a waste of time. He could have been cut out of the movie entirely. Just give me Monica like just uh she was the oldest woman to play a Bond girl and she's still hot to trot. And her accent doesn't bother me. If you saw my Shoot 'em Up podcast last year, you know how I feel about her. How would you how do you think my movie will be like? I don't know. I won't know until it's made. Oh wait, the movie's skipping. This guy's so boring. I know it does. What movie do you hate the most that has pop culture characters with no rhyme or reason? Those Seltzer and Freeberg movies. Some of those because they just put movies that are not have nothing to do with the plot. What happened if it froze my Matrix? This scene could have been shorter. Like I said, there's a lot of talking in this movie. The Wachowskis thinks that talking is important in a movie. Yeah, for like a few minutes, not for half the movie. Half of the running time in this movie is a lot of exposition and just choices is an illusion. Blah, blah, blah. Do you think you know who Dennis Dugan is? Yes, I've seen some of his films. He's done a lot of Adam Sandler movies. Beautiful woman's lips. That there's a blonde woman. Yeah. Hmm. Beautiful dark hair. Sexy accent. I can't say the same about Yelena. I wish that actress did not exist. I know we get it, Wachowskis. You like the way a woman's face looks. They did, but now look what happened. They want to become girls. Yeah, you can't. You can't choose your gender, guys. That's not how it works. In a video game, you can. Here, you can. We get it. Yes, the badge. We get it, guys. Entering the badge. I get it. My movie is a horror movie with a budget of $30,000. Still gonna look better than the bad CGI movies here. Zem? It's them, not Zem. There's no Zem. This guy's making up words. This is the most pointless scene in the movie, besides the orgy scene. I told you there's some filler in the movie. Serenity didn't have this much, filler scenes, and that was shorter than this. The Firefly movie from 2005. So is yours, dude. Because you did Catwoman. You have no shame. Yes, it is. What is a root beer heist? I don't know what that is. The one film I can't see with Monica Bellucci is Irreversible because she gets raped in that. And you know how I feel about that, guys. I can take a sex scene if it's consensual, but when it's rape, like in Super, oh, that's so badass. She's so that's the side of how is there another English muffin? No, she's not a muffin. She's a bento. Yeah, touch me and then never touch anything again. Yeah, so hot. Yeah, I wish Monica Bellucci had something to do in this movie, but she's there and I get to look at her, so I'm not complaining. That's something I would never be attracted to if I was a woman. Sorry, guys, that's not me. Oof, it's like an Italian Gal Gadot, but much older. And you know, I like older women. They have experience and they don't take any bullshit. Is that guy taking a piss? Ugh. Yes, put that lipstick on, baby. Put that lipstick on. Ghost twins in the Matrix. I remember Enter the Matrix. I played. There's a CGI car in my movie due to the budget. Yeah, I know it's fine. There's a CGI car in my movie due to. Yeah, why not? Why? Because men and women are supposed to be attracted to each other. That's how it's supposed to be, guys. I'm sorry. That's not an agenda. That's the way it's always been since ancient times. Look it up. Hmm. Just let her kiss him. Which different actress would you choose to play Yelena? Again, Natalie Lind. She was in The Gifted. She's a much better actress. Much better. I've seen enough of her work to know that she's better. Should kiss Trinity. I know again, but just with longer hair. Actors have to kiss married people. I'm not going to have any shame. Mm. Don't be too don't be too upset about it, Keanu Reeves. You have to kiss a lot of actresses that were not worth your time. Didn't he have to kiss Samara Weaving? Oh no, no, actually, I don't think so. But I don't think so. No, but he had to kiss those two girls in Knock Knock, and I'm like, yeah, beautiful Spanish girls, but they screwed him over literally. And I'm like, yeah, that movie might not be for me. That's right. I get to kiss an Italian woman. Trust me. The last thing on my mind is gonna be if I like it or not. Trust, I will. I can and I will. Those beautiful lips. Nice close up of those beautiful lips. Keanu Reeves as Sandra Bullock in Speed. Yeah, good kiss in that one, but the sequel, no, no thanks. Women get jealous when they see a woman kissing another, kissing their man. Again, it's acting, guys. Yeah, she's right about that. She was also hot in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, but she had more to do though. That's why Shoot 'Em Up. I like her in that because she actually serves a purpose. She's a prostitute with a that with guys that have a milk fetish. Yeah, good thing I did that movie right. Look at that tight dress. Oh my god. Mm. That's a lovely set. There's a lot of good sets in this movie. Is that a Hammer film? The one. How many A24 films have you seen? Like one or two. Watch Natalie Antlin wear a dress like that in one movie one day. Yeah, exactly. And she's a better actress. She doesn't do stupid remakes. What would you think if LeBron James actually had Superman, King Kong? Iron Giant, Gandalf, and the Trinity play. My husband. Ugh. See, I don't hate every accent. I like hers and I like Gal's because it's sexy and it's very soothing. It's not loud and annoying like Keira Knightley or freaking the hobo. She's not screaming her dialogue. What do you think of Elsie Fisher? I don't know who Elsie Fisher is. Is Elsie Fisher or Isla Fisher? Because I'm not a fan of Isla Fisher. You don't know how to spell it? I'm not a fan. If you see my Facebook post, I don't put Australian chicks unless it's Mia Wasikowska or Nicole Kidman. Because I'm just not a fan. I love Carrie Ann Moss. I know you do. Yeah, the Keymaker was in that god awful Dragon Ball Z movie, Dragon Ball Evolution. Yikes. Cause is Isaac Gonzalez basically a Mexican Gal Gadot? Yeah, except that they keep wasting her in movies. Bloodshot, completely wasted. Godzilla versus Kong, she dies. Elsie Fisher, the 18-year-old actress, not Isla Fisher. I don't know what she's been in, guys. I don't know every actress in the world. I hated Dragon Ball Evolution. Everybody did. That's why I'm never doing a podcast for it. Monica Bellucci's not a tall woman. She was in eighth grade. Haven't seen it. That's an independent movie. I don't see independent movies that much. Sometimes I do, like Short Term 12 and Room, because I love Brie Larson. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Yeah, it is. Dragon Ball Evolution is an F. Yeah, everybody hates it. Here we go. An action scene. Yep, bullet time again, but this time with the hand. Talk to the hand. That's cool. That still looks cool. We got an hour left, guys, and the movie's over. Neo stops the bullets. Yeah, still pretty cool. Yes, Colin Johnson gave it a 9 out of 10. The action sequences are still good in this film, mostly. That's awesome. See, nobody complains about Neo being a OP. He's not OP because he bleeds in the films, and he does make mistakes. And the film is R, but it's not really that violent. Like it's mainly R for the tone. But there's not a lot of F bombs in this, like in a James Cameron movie. There's some blood, but it's not overly violent. Like this isn't Deadpool or Logan. Those earned their R rating. This is like it really isn't that violent. That's awesome. Robert Pattinson knew that in the Batman. Sorry, size like the Ninja Turtles. He loves Teen Titans Go. Well, again, he has no taste then. I've rewatched a lot Disney comedies, and a lot of them have way too many gay jokes. I know because they think it's hilarious. Ha ha! He likes sucking a dick. Ha 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 ha! It's not funny, or they have undertones and like Jungle Cruise. Oh, I have better options. Wink, wink. Yeah, shame on you, Disney. Shame. Because if this was a Marvel or DC movie that was R, it'd be a ton of blood. That slow mo's awesome. Your friend was in on Facebook. I'm gonna just unfriend them. That's all. After this is over, I got time. I don't have time for bullshit anyway. They did when the Matrix ending credits. Marilyn Manson's "Rock Is Dead" song. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stop it at the end credits so I don't get a copyright infringement. I'm already taking a chance with this. Pitchfork. See, I can see the action and not shaking the camera at all, which is amazing. Hey, that guy has a Super Mario Brothers haircut that Toad had in the movie. You missed. This is how you use slow mo correctly, Zack Snyder. Letter grade for Teen Titans Go, a D. Not an F because I did laugh a couple of times and the movie wasn't that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen worse DC movies, animated and live action. The scene still is freaking awesome, by the way. But it's an hour and 20 minutes into the movie. Yep. See, they cut some of the violence. It is better, WandaVision. His accent is so terrible. It sounds fake. Where did he go? He's trying to sound like Vincent Cassell, and he's no Vincent Cassell. I've seen his work. He's a much better actor than this idiot. That effect looks really cool. It's a little Terminator-ish, but it. See, that's pretty violent, but it's not overly violent. His accent is terrible. Like that looks cool. Looks better than the Ghostbusters remake. Ghost Twins, yeah. Why am I not watching the What If cartoon? The animation's terrible, and I don't like this. I don't like the story arcs they're doing. What if Captain America was a woman? Yeah, kiss my ass for that, Marvel. I don't care about your female Captain America. There is, and she's not even American. She's Captain Britain. No, that's so undemocratic. Because Elizabeth Olsen doesn't look like a child like Robin does in Teen Titans. Yeah, these effects are really good. They still hold up. I thought they were going to look terrible, except for the Neo fight with the Agent Smiths that looks like a video game. This one still looks cool. This scene's awesome. This is the chase scene. What if they make an episode where Black Panther's white? Again, it'll get destroyed. It'll get canceled completely. And I guarantee you, Game of Thrones doesn't have any action like this. They have the gratuitous nudity and the violence, but nothing like this. No crazy shit like this. How was my director's tier list? It's fine. I'm gonna fly. Whee! Yeah, it was pointless because they tried to rush an arc. I cried the Matrix Revolution when Neo and Trinity's death. That they're my favorite characters. I know because we didn't want them to die. Yeah, they just say "oh shit" a lot. That's not really a R-rated word. They say that in a lot of PG-13 movies. Captain Britain is Haley Atwell. Yeah, I don't care about that character. Do I look British to you? Do I support those people in cinema? No, most of them I don't. Even that flag pisses me off. I'd rather see the flag of Ireland than the flag of Britain. They did nothing for us. Link, yes, his name is Link. The only good thing in Game of Thrones season 8 was the acting. But again, they said that in the first 7 seasons. But the thing is, I don't like some of the actors in that. Most of them. I like Dinklage, Momoa, and Pedro Pascal. That's it. Most of these other people are just foreigners that have no freaking range. They're just very boring and They shake their ass in my face, and there's incest in that show. Ugh. Yep. T'Challa is Star Lord instead of Black Panther. That's weird. I don't like that. That's a stupid. It's a stupid like bait and switch. Like it's the old switcheroo, and I don't care about that in Marvel. Just give me the characters that I love. Stop putting these worthless filler characters that I don't want. Which Game of Thrones actress looks the worst naked? Gwendolyn Christie, because she looks like a dude. I never found her attractive. Like I said, Amelia Clark. Oh look, tits. This movie had tits. Yeah, dead serious. My ass, Wachowskis. That was a freaking Looney Tune. It was like the Venom trailer. That was the first trailer for Venom several years ago. Laughable. I remember this fun level I played in Enter the Matrix. Yeah, but that's a video game. You're supposed to laugh at that. Here. Oh my god, that was so stupid. This scene's awesome, but that one spot in the scene is just laughable. Yeah, which that has not aged. Oh my god! Imagine if that happened in Winter Soldier or Civil War. Someone went just. And apparently Tony Stark works with Killmonger. I laugh at that scene. I do, yeah. Do I swear a lot? No, not really. Some people swear more than I do. This is an entertaining sequel, though, even though it's really long. At least the Wi-Fi didn't crash. I was afraid of that. Good stunt work, good, really good effects, except for that one scene, which is laughable. That looks straight out of a video game, guys. Is Catwoman being bitten by a radioactive cat absurd? Yeah, it's stupid. What's your opinion on John Snatner? I don't know who that is. Snatner? I don't know who that is. Sorry. See, I can see the cars in slow motion crashing, and they're not CGI. It's mostly real cars. How did they do this, man? It's amazing. I don't. People complain about the Matrix sequels. I enjoy the Matrix trilogy. Yeah, it's still better than the rehash trilogy. You know why? Because I'm entertained. I'm not bored, and they don't retcon the first movie. He plays Papa John. Yeah, I don't care about Papa John's. See, that's how every that sounded like Vision from WandaVision. Yeah, here it sounds worse. These albinos shouldn't talk. They sound bored out of their minds. How sick were you after eating Papa John's? I went to the bathroom a lot. It hurt me. That's awesome. How would you feel if they also gender bended Iron Man, Thor, and Hulk? They're not doing that because with Iron Man, we're getting Iron Heart, which is a completely different character, and Hawkeye, Kate Bishop is different from Clint Barton. That's awesome. Slowly motion. And also Thor, we're getting Almighty Thor, the Mighty Thor with freaking Natalie Portman, who I adore, no matter what she does. You know I have feelings about her. She can bury Binto into the ground with her acting. What gender bending is like when they did with Batwoman. That was stupid. That was really stupid. Hey yo, what's up? I hope your day is going good. I wanted to let you know that Matrix is still one of my favorite sci-fi movies. I enjoy the Matrix Reloaded. Yeah, it's still a very entertaining movie. A little bit too long, but that's because the Wachowskis like to put a lot of exposition in their dialogue, and they also like to put characters that do nothing. Monica Bellucci was there to be kissed and sound sexy, and that's it. Have you seen Annihilation? No, I will. What if they gender bended Blade? I would hate it. Blade is not a white woman with blonde hair. He's a black man with glasses, like in the Matrix, with a sword and with guns and with a freaking like a boomerang thing. That's Blade, damn it. You can't gender or whitewash Blade. That's all really cool. Oh, that's right. See, this is the girl power I like, where they don't have to shove it in my face. It's not like Trinity makes Neo a weaker character. She has her own moments to shine. Again, kiss my ass, Jelena. That you don't do it right. You're not good at anything. You're there to fill time. That's why Black Widow was 2 hours and 4 minutes. What if they make Spider-Man Chinese? I don't know. We have a black Spider-Man, a Latino Spider-Man, so it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. This reminded me of the scene in Terminator 2. I hope the new Blade is good. Yeah, it could be a strong PG-13, like Into the Spider-Verse. I mean, like Civil War was. Get Captain America as a woman? No, I just don't like this actress portraying her. We have a female Captain America. Her name is Stargirl on DC. That's a female Captain America. Blade has a sense of humor. Yeah, it does. And it's shorter. Have you seen any other Mahershala Ali works? I saw him in Into Spider Verse. He was the Prowler. I haven't seen, and he was in the two Mockingjay films. I haven't seen Moonlight because it's not for me, guys. A movie about a gay black man, not for me. No, that is not my jazz. I want Tobey Maguire back. Yeah, he will. He's going to be in No Way Home. The scene is so freaking awesome, man. I haven't seen it in so many years, but it's still a very, very entertaining scene. Have I seen Green Book? No. How would you hate it if they made a gay Spider-Man? No, I wouldn't like it because it's just pandering. Like when they made Green Lantern gay or Iceman or freaking I don't know Harley Quinn. They made her bi because reasons. That's still an excellent scene. I like the score in this movie. No, he likes Captain Marvel and she's a badass. Yeah, and she's a female. I know DC has their Captain Marvel, which is a man, Shazam, but it's a completely different character. I don't care about the gender as long as it's a good character. Have you seen Green Mile? No, because I heard it's depressing. I don't want to be depressed. Me and 9 other people are gonna see the Suicide Squad. Good, have fun. More power to you. I saw the ending. It's weak. Just to let you know, guys, it's a stupid ending. It's not badass. It's freaking Idris Elba with a rat. That's all I'm gonna say, or a mouse, or whatever the hell it is. It's not interesting at all. That because I skipped to the end and I got to that. I'm like, that's it. I got an early screening last week, and the Suicide Squad was there. It's fine. This scene doesn't have Neo in it. It is still very entertaining. That's awesome. That that's great. Morpheus jumping in the sky. You would also hate it if they watch Miles Morales. Yeah, because it wouldn't be the character. How would you rank the Snyder trilogy? Which one? What trilogy are you talking about? I don't know. Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League. I don't know what to rate that right now. The BVS trilogy. Like I said, Man of Steel was not for me. BVS, the extended cut should have been in release in theaters, and Justice League, the Snyder Cut's too long, guys. It's longer than this by another hour. And I'm like, oh my God, an hour and change. 3 hours and 53 minutes. That is insanely long. That's something I will never do a podcast for. I would have to do it in parts. There's no way I'm going to do 3 hours and 53 minutes. The Rock says, just bring it. To me, the best one is the best one. I don't even know what I can't say which one. Sword in the Matrix. Yeah, a nice samurai sword. And unlike Snake Eyes, it's not PG-13. Whoa, I'm flippy whippy. I gotta stretch my legs. The movie's almost over. There's still about 20, 30 minutes left. That was cool. Yeah, she is. She was good in Gotham. 4 hours is longer than any of the Nolan films. Yeah, and it feels long. When you sit there for 3 hours watching a DC movie, it feels like you've been watching it for days. Trust me on that. When I see a 2 hour movie or an hour and 20 minutes, it's not that bad. Would you get to see Free Guy? No. It's got a British chick, so no thank you. I'd rather just rewatch Deadpool or Deadpool 2. Yay! Screw gravity! Again. So that's how the agents show up. They have a seizure and they become another person. So they're shapeshifters now. Okay. Gotham isn't that bad from clips. It's not bad. It's just not a comic. It's not a superhero show. It's a crime drama like Joker was. And so is Watchmen. It's not really a. It's a superhero movie in look, but it's more of a crime drama. That's why it's slow, and there's a lot of slow mo in it. I want to do Watchmen, but I don't know which cut of it. Yeah, and you could use the movie. Get to the end credits soon. Wow, this is a long movie. I'm flying. That's great. This came out before Inception, also. So I love rewatching the first two Spider-Mans and the Matrix trilogy. Yeah, Arrow kind of went from a crime drama to a superhero show. Yeah, it did. At some point, if you do Watchmen, I'd say do the theatrical cut. Yeah, because whichever version is up to you. Because the director's cut's way too long. It's like 3 hours long. Hey, John, I wanted to let you know that I don't mind watching a long movie. Yeah, but if I can sit through it with and be comfortable. Avatar, Watchmen, and Public Enemies. I reviewed all of them. Yeah, reviewing it is fine, but sitting through it and doing a podcast for it is really hard. Trust me. I did Superman Returns, and that was one of the longest I've done this year. You guys quiet down in the chat a little bit. It's a little bit too much questions. If I got someone else to play Namari and Raya, who would it be? Just cast an older actress. Get Maggie Q. Get freaking Kelly Hu. It's just a voice anyway. You got the freaking girl from Captain Marvel that couldn't act. Neo Superman, yeah. And you got these robot tentacle things that they stole in Man of Steel. Yes, they stole it. I also watched the 3 hour extended cut of Watchmen. Dune Part 1 is going to be just fine. Yeah, 2.5 hours, not 3.5 hours like Zack Snyder does, because I'm glad Snyder had nothing to do with it. It'd be 2 parts and it'd be 3 hours. I'm like, you can't spend the whole day watching a movie. It just that's a really cool effect. Really? The bomb? Mm. I like that Asian hair. Even the hairstyles I like in this movie because there's none of that gay black and straight look where you have no hair and then you have hair to the side. That emo look is just old, guys. I'm tired of it. Please don't put that in Matrix 4. I'm begging you. Power Station. Even the Star Wars movies, the originals are not that long. Because even the longest is Return of the Jedi, even without the extended cut. The special edition is still long. It's like over 2 hours long. So Free Guy has a British chick that is in the love interest. I don't care about her. A duck would have been a better casting choice. I'm not kidding. A freaking duck. I have Neo Keanu Reeves' hairstyle. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I also like his long hair in John Wick. That sounds like Kingdom Hearts. Open the door. Yeah. I probably give Wonder Woman 84 a 6. It's not horrible, but it's way too long. It's this long. It's this movie's running time a little longer than this, but there's a lot of just nothing happening in the middle. You could have cut 3 or 4 subplots out of that movie. Like the wishes, it should have just been the villain and Wonder Woman, and that's it. You didn't need to have the whole world's wishes and say, "I wish you were dead. I wish this at a wall. I wish this that." No, it was too much. Who would win a fight, Neo or John Wick? It depends. I never seen Wonder Woman. You never seen the 2017 movie? Go see it right now after I'm done here. None. Do you, and you know why Agent Smith is not in this movie that much? Because Hugo Weaving was doing Lord of the Rings. So yeah. If I do a long film, I'm going to keep my audience interested every step of the way. But if I do a film like Lord of the Rings, I have to do it in parts. I can't do all three in one shot. It's way too long, man. Those movies are so freaking long, especially Return of the King. I saw it in the theater 10 years ago around summer. I think it was like June or July. And I was sitting there with my legs crossed and my legs fell asleep. I didn't go to the bathroom once. And I'm like, yeah, there's a reason that those movies, that new show next year isn't going to be 3 hours. I'm interested a little bit, but it's not going to top Peter Jackson's vision. That was art on screen, a book adaptation faithfully adapted into a glorious trilogy, and prequels that are not that bad. Tentacles. I've heard that one before. Star Wars. John, how many siblings do you have? Two. One of them is going to get married next year, so it'll just be one after this. My sister, who I'm very close with. What if Daffy Duck was Green Lantern in Space Jam: A New Legacy? They did some DC references, but like I said, I have four. Wow, Nicholas, that's a lot. I only have two and one puppy. The oldest, my first sister, who's 37. Oh, so she's close to my age. It is because in the third movie, Neo dies. No, he's gonna be resurrected in the fourth movie because they did the same thing in Alien 3. Ripley dies, and then she in the fourth movie they clone her. So yeah, I know. Our war is against COVID, not against each other. I do a long movie, 2 hours and 57 minutes. That is long. That's long, man. I'm looking forward to seeing a third Space Jam. Yeah, because I really enjoyed two. It was a surprise. See, that's the most violent scene in the movie, but it's off screen. It's just a splatter of blood. I wish the war was over. No, it's not worth dying for. I want to die of old age, not prematurely. What if LeBron James said, "I'm the one with the basket. The basket is with me"? No, it would be stupid. The movie had some dumb things in it, but it was mostly the rap scene and the first 20 minutes were a little slow. My first film, untitled horror movie, is 2 hours and 17 minutes. Just like this movie is 2 hours and 17 minutes. It didn't need to be that long. If you cut that jackass French guy, the movie would be 10 minutes shorter. They did the same as Tobey Maguire's Spider Man. What? Kaplooey. I'm so glad I put the fan on because at least the computer didn't freeze. That's why I let the computer rest so I can be ready for today. This wasn't a bad idea. It's just way too long. This movie could have been a little bit shorter. It's almost done. Once it's done, I'm stopping. I'm not going to see the end credits. I never see the end credits unless it's a Marvel or DC movie. The recent ones, not the old like 70s and 80s ones. And do you think 2 hours 57 is a little bit too long? Yeah, it is. It kind of is. I want to sit through something that's an hour and 45 later today. Not seen another movie this long. Yes, it is. Well, Ghostbusters Afterlife be better. It has to. I don't care if it's comedic or not. Just be good. Be an interesting story. Not everything in Ghostbusters was a laugh. When the scene when Dana gets taken away in the first movie, that's not funny. That's pretty terrifying. That is awesome. Yeah, I would love to see Elena try to do that. She'll get killed. You're not a superhero, lady. Here, they're in the computer. In the computer, you can do anything. There's a post-credit scene for The Matrix Revolutions. I don't care because I've not seen that until a month later. Smith. Also, they took the glass sunglasses from Men in Black because by this time we had two Men in Black movies. Three didn't come out till 2012. So why is there a post-credit scene for a third movie that nobody cared about? Because of the second half. The first half has some good action, but well, I've heard. See, why couldn't this be the Black Widow movie? Oh yeah, because they can't make an R-rated MCU movie until Deadpool 3, which won't even be an MCU. It'll be a standalone MCU movie. They give him the hand of death from the Flash TV show. Have you tried the 30-day upload challenge? I'm gonna try and upload at least 30 days for 30. Yeah, I might try that in September, but not right now because there's 31 days in August, and I'm gonna go on vacation. So whether it's a review of video game, TV show, or movie, I'm gonna try, maybe, but it's not gonna be everything. Is gonna be long. I'm not doing 31 podcasts. No, that's too much. Doing 4 or 5 is enough. What's your opinion on Film Master's worst superhero movies better than Batman and Robin? It's hit and miss. Some of them I disagree with. I don't think uh, some of his choices were that bad, were that good. Are you watching or skipping Paw Patrol? I'm not a little kid. I'm not a little kid. If I was a little kid or if I had kids, I let them watch it. Sure, but I don't. I already have a puppy to deal with at home that's real. That isn't a CGI dog with a hat. Take that. Neo really is Superman. He's more Superman than someone else. An hour and 49 minutes. We're almost through, man. We're almost through. And the key maker is dead. I'm only watching it to do a review. Yeah, well, I don't watch kids movies unless I watch it with my family. Some people said that Dark Knight Rises is worse than Batman and Robin. How? Because it's long? Yeah, there's some flaws. I mean, I think the villain gets pussified at the end when he gets shot by Catwoman, and that's it. I'm like, that's it? Do you like King Shark? He's cool in the Flash TV show. Him being stupid in this new and num nums. I'm like, no, it's stupid. Stallone could do better than that. Come on, guys. He's old. He's not retarded. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry that I said the word R word. I'm sorry. Josh, don't take that. If you heard that, I'm sorry. Do not take offense to it. I'm saying that he just sounds ridiculous. I don't because I know how one word can trigger you and you go. I get it. I said the wrong word. Ridiculous. And yeah, no, stupid. They made him stupid in this new movie. I'm like, because I know how you guys take things personally. Don't. That was not a knock on anybody autistic here on my channel. Just it was a mistake. Forgive me. I chose the wrong word. The worst is Matrix Revolutions. Yeah, everyone said that. They're doing a fourth movie just to apologize for that. Just like when they did X-Men 3, and then they did, oh, look, it's Colonel Sanders. No, you're not. You're Colonel Sanders. You make my chicken. People like Filmmaster Adam only hate Dark Knight Rises because of Rambo Rap. Yeah, because they think the movie is too long. Again, so was the Snyder Cut, and the Snyder Cut's even longer than that. The Snyder Cut is Dark Knight Rises with an hour and 10 minutes extra because you have to put the Martian Manhunter and a 30-minute epilogue and a 30-minute opening and scenes that go on for way too long in the beginning. The first 30 minutes of the Snyder Cut could have been cut. Magic Door and The Matrix Reloaded. Yeah. It's more like Kingdom Hearts and The Matrix, because the first Kingdom Hearts came out around the same time as this. What if there was a live action Ninjago? Would you want Tom Holland to be Lloyd? No. He's in too much already. Plus, he's not blonde. I'd rather get someone like, I don't know, so who's blonde that's young? Like Ross Lynch would be a much better Lloyd. Same with OCP. He said the same thing. Yeah, they just hate movies that are long. They hate Lord of the Rings. They hate Harry Potter. I can handle them, but the accents just get on my damn nerves, especially in Harry Potter. Everybody has either an Irish accent, a Scottish accent, or a British accent, and it does drain me a little bit, guys. I like the characters. I like Harry, and I like Dumbledore, and I like Hermione, and I like Voldemort, but it does get a little bit draining after a while. As a person that doesn't hear those accents every day, it's draining. Adam also thinks AVPR is a comic book movie. Technically, it was based on a comic and a game, but hey, whatever floats his boat. Again, this scene could have been cut out. This is a visually stimulating scene, but the Colonel Sanders is the architect. No thanks. He needs to make my chicken. Here's Trinity again. Even when she flips backwards, that's freaking awesome. Again, there's the post in the first one. Again, kiss my sweet American ass, Yelena Binto. You will never be this cool. I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's good, but the third movie's way too long, guys. 4 hours. 4 hours. I counted the extended cut. It's 4 hours and 20 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, will you please just make it shorter? I sat through the whole thing in the theater and I'm like, thank God that was over. The movie started at 7 and ended at 11 o'clock. I'm like, good God, that was way too long. Frodo Baggins, yeah, Elijah Wood, definitely. Yeah. You fools. Yeah, you fools. You shall not pass. By the time you get to that, it's about almost 3 hours in. I like long epic movies like Endgame and Infinity War, but you have to know when to edit some stuff out. LeBron James blurted out, "What in the Matrix hell?" Yeah, exactly, because it's a knock on that because Warner Brothers owns it. This guy's like a diet version of Vincent Price. Also, Hulk 2003 was a good movie. No, I thought that movie was boring. It's this long. 2 hours and 17 minutes, and I'm like, there's no Hulk for 45 minutes into the movie. Neo at least is in this movie consistently. There's a few scenes he's not in, but you have the other characters I like: Trinity, Morpheus, Jada Pickett Smith, even though she doesn't do much here. Yeah, I know. Make my chicken, Colonel Sanders. 6th time? We're almost done. We're gonna make it. An hour and 55 minutes. See, they threw a woman and they never said that that's sexist. Blah blah blah, Colonel Sanders. Just get to it. And I remember Confused Matthew hated these sequels. I'm like, well, Revolutions, everybody hated it. Well, mostly because it's just too much. It's long and it's not as epic as this. What if Space Jam was directed by Zack Snyder? It'd be too long. That's never gonna happen, sir. Yeah. Again, you're not the Emperor from Star Wars, dude. You're dressed like Colonel Sanders. Go make me some freaking Kentucky Fried Chicken and some wedges too. Blah blah blah. All this exposition. Blah blah blah. If I skip this and go to the end of the movie, it would be better. And guys, please don't talk about Rambo. No, he's banned from. We can't mention him anymore. This is even though this is not StreamYard, we don't mention him again. I don't even watch his channel anymore. I took a glance of the movies he's reviewed. It's the same thing again and again and again and again. And also he bitches about everything. And I've already got enough people in my life that do that. End of species? Yeah, that's a lie. Because at the end of the third movie, some of the humans are still alive. It's like, will he come back? Yeah, because reasons. Because resurrection. You know, like Mango's a stupid movie line. Yes, one of the worst I've ever heard. You know, like Mango, not you like Mango. You know, like Mango, because again, they thought it was a good idea to put people that can't speak English in a freaking monster movie in the 50s or 60s. Yeah, not a good idea. Movie's almost over, guys. We're gonna make it. Just what's your opinion on torture movies? I don't usually like them because they're just mean spirited. See, he's punching a woman in the face, and they didn't cancel this. Why? Because it's a movie in a computer. That's why. Apparently, people forgot about Trinity. That she's a badass female that doesn't have superpowers. Just saying, guys. That's still awesome. I'm Superman. It's funny how Keanu Reeves has never played Superman. Nicolas Cage did the voice of Superman, but Keanu's never been Superman. He even does the fist in the game. That guy was completely pointless. There's several characters you could have cut out of this movie. Give them something to do, or just cut them out. I know this is a second movie in a trilogy, but still. When Yelena's falling, it's not as epic as people thought it was. She's like, it was fun. Boom. Ah! And then Black Widow has to fly and save her. It's stupid. This scene did it better. This was 18 years ago. The 2014 Ninja Turtles, hey, I don't why Roger Ebert thumbs up for Hulk because he liked the way the movie looked. I thought it was freaking boring. For a Marvel movie, nothing happens for over almost an hour. Even when Hulk out of there. Why? Because they didn't know how to perfect the MCU at the time. MCU didn't come out yet. So they were just experimenting, and some of these characters just did not translate well. The Hulk was one of them in 2003. 2008 was way better. It was shorter. Yep. I'm Superman. What if the Ninja Turtles were women? No, it wouldn't work. They tried that in the 90s and it failed. Venus de Milo sucked as a female turtle. She's just Leonardo with a stupid accent. I even like her black leather gloves. Yeah, I think Keanu as a Superman would be an interesting because he has more emotion than freaking Cavill. Cavill looks like he's just in pain. If you think his performance as John Wick is bad, I think he would be an awesome Superman. Yeah, he would. He's got the look for it. It's not as bad as my friend Declan says it is. He's gonna caress her heart. If you if you do this, if you do this, if you do this in a movie now, they would say, "Oh, look, bad touch." No, he's touching. He's literally groping her heart. Hell yeah, buddy. Love conquers all, right? True love. Also, the negative Infinity 10 rating is dumb. Yeah, it is dumb. Well, the movie's almost done, guys. We're gonna make it. I only used it once. That's all. Yeah. If I hate a film, it gets a 0 star. Zero, 0 1 because IMDb doesn't have a zero. What if the tables were turned? Star Wars knows what they're doing while Marvel pissed off fans. It would suck because I would have walked out after Iron Man 3, before Black Widow's debacle. I miss 2019. Yeah, I do because I could go outside without a mask and also I can meet people. Now I have to meet people online because it's not the same. It's just not. This needs to end. People need to stay home more, like I do. I went out today, but just to go shopping. Just stay home, people. What is so hard about staying home? You can procreate, you can play your video games, you can watch your movies, and you don't need to annoy people in the theater. I can go to the theater because I'm safe. 2010 to the 2000s were way better. Yeah, because I wasn't. People weren't dying left and right from a disease. You the bomb. How is it I'm more invested in these characters than any of the characters in Rogue One, Solo, or The Force Awakens? Better writing, I guess, mostly. Some of the writing is dumb. That is dumb. And also that stupid line with the French guy. That was dumb too. Even the look of this film still holds up at 18 years later. I thought it was gonna look dated. Some of the effects look dated in the Agent Smith fight. It looks like a video game, but a lot of the ghost effects and the flipping of the cars and the spaceships look amazing. Yeah, Neo rescues Trinity, saves her, and he jump starts her heart. In Transformers: The Last Night, in the post-credit scene, they think that planet Earth is Unicron. That was dumb. They're trying to copy the '86 film. Come on, end movie, end, please. My feet hurt. Hmm. Watch it for the tentacle monsters. Yeah, as much as Revolutions is a bad movie, it's still better than Rise of Skywalker. Why? Because there is a plot, even though it's a lot of problems. We're almost done. Batman and Robin is worse than the Spirit. Yeah, they're both pretty terrible. You wasted because the Spirit wasted more actors. In Transformers: The Last Night, Hot Rod had an Italian accent, or I think it was French. You also think that's dumb? It is dumb because Michael Bay, he's not racially sensitive at all. Are you going to get the Matrix 1999 for for a birthday? Maybe, but I'm not going to do the podcast for it this month. I got other shorter movies I'm going to be doing. Some of them are going to kind of subvert your expectations, guys. Because again, I didn't do a lot of podcasts in the summer. I did a couple of them, but not the last one I did was Mission Impossible One. Is it over? Please let it be over. Please let it be over. Yes, thank God, I got through the Matrix Reloaded, guys. No, 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 no. That music is too loud, and I don't want a copyright infringement. 2 hours and 7 minutes. It could have been 10 minutes shorter, just in my opinion. It's still a really entertaining movie. I didn't hate it. It's definitely grown on me the second time around. A lot of badass action, especially in the middle of the film. Uh, but there's some things that could have been trimmed. The French guy, the orgy scene, and Colonel Sanders. You get them out, movie's like 10 minutes shorter, but it's still entertaining. Glad I rewatched it. When is your next podcast? It's not going to be tomorrow, but I will do another review tomorrow. That's Matrix Reloaded. Still a solid sequel compared to some sequels we got in this decade. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and thanks for joining me in the chat. And I enjoyed the film and watching it again after years of not watching it. So see you in the next one. There we go. Your stream will stop immediately. You will no longer be live. Yeah, end.